Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And got a good one for you today, because what do you do when a bank goes bust? A very big bank. We're going to get into it right away. Like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. The Central Bank of Australia has just announced that they're bust. They have no money. Their losses have exceeded their income, and we have a massive problem with this. And what we're seeing is the world should be freaking out about this, but nobody seems to really care right now. And this is another warning where you have to get yourself ready when it comes to these banks. And the Reserve Bank of Australia, which again is their central bank, issued bonds during the health crisis. They issued $200 billion for the bonds over a 2-year period. And think about this. They lost so much money on these bonds. They took in $8.6 billion, lost $30 billion with a negative net worth of $12 billion right now. Absolutely unbelievable when you think about this. Now, here's the thing. They had an oversight committee that came in, stepped in and said, hey, we want to look at this and do a review. And they're basically saying that they're bust. Look at all the stories that are attached below. The bank is upside down. The bank is finished. But think about what I'm telling you. Well, this is not like a regular bank. The oversight committee went through everything. They issued, a multi-page, almost 20-page document on the results of everything that happened, and came up with the fact that the bank is upside down. Now, in a normal world, you would sit there and you would say, okay, they're defunct, we're going to close the bank. No, this bank, because of their governor, Michelle Bullock, she sat down and said, hey, wait a second, this bank has the ability to print money. Think about that. They can print money, so they're going to print themselves out of this. What's it based on, guys? It's based on nothing. If you think your dollar bills are worth something today, you are kidding yourself right now. If you think that these banks are not in trouble, you are kidding yourself right now. This has been proven time and time again, and we've had warning after warning after warning. And Stanley, one of the subscribers, sent me a story on Bear Stearns and how Jim Cramer, up until the last day, people were calling into the show, and this is in 2008, do I get rid of Bear Stearns? No, it's safe, safe, safe. Keep your money in there. Knowing full well as a talking head that it was upside down. These banks are in the same position, guys. These banks are completely upside down, but the Reserve Bank of Australia, think about it, they can print worthless money in Australia. Now, let's talk about Australia for a second. The country with the biggest problem right now with real estate is Australia right now. It's going to head to Canada next, and then after Canada, it's coming to us. The problem that you have is that all these loans in Australia, they write these fixed rate loans that are fixed for just a couple of years. They're not fixed for like 30 years. They're based on a multi-year term, 20 and 30-year term, but they get called in and then you have to rewrite them at the current interest rate. These people are absolutely upside down right now. Earlier this summer, we talked about 500,000 people that will lose their houses. It's going to be over 1 million people, because when the interest rates have to be rewritten, and again, do you have a job right now? Are you making the amount of money that you need to make to afford this loan? There are people that are getting denied for the homes that they live in right now. How is that? Now you can just say, oh, they're just going to automatically rewrite the loan. No, they're not. They're not going to do that, guys. They're going to make people qualify for the loans again. And again, people's situations change. With so many of us, they've changed. And this is no different right now. So these poor people in Australia are trying to refinance these loans, and they just cannot do it. And then think about this. You're going to have your payment jump, hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars based on the interest rate increases that they've experienced there. And then you find out that the bank, your central bank in Australia, is completely upside down. Just wake up right now. You have to sit there and realize how bad things are economically right now. And the next thing is Bank of America. Bank of America right now says, there's a story below, cash is king. Got to have cash, got to be prepared and be in cash positions right now. That's a bank telling you that right now. Now, Bank of America, I mean, between them and Wells Fargo, they go head to head with trouble. It's really weird, you know. Customer treatment is horrible with places like this. And you're seeing this time and again right now with Bank of America and Wells Fargo just treating people horribly. But they're warning of get yourself out of investments and get yourself into cash. That's huge right now. Now, subscribers have written me, and you're starting to see more and more credit cards that are starting to get cut off. USAA Bank is starting to cut people's credit lines. And we're seeing this time and again. So again, you didn't use the card enough, the credit line gets cut down. Go out, guys. I'm telling you guys, take all your credit cards. If you followed my advice and you paid all your bills off, good for you. Be very proud of yourself. But take those cards and put a $10 charge. Go, you know what I do? I have them laid out now for like when I come to places like this for the parking meters. I'm gonna use them for $5 charges and stuff. So it recycles and restarts everything. And if you think that that's not enough, it is enough. It's plenty. You know, go to the grocery store and buy $5 on that credit card, and have them circle it, have them print the invoice, have them email the invoice and statement, and start over. And that's what you have to do. But when you look at a central bank, again, this made the major news, but it kind of like, as far as the radar of things getting up here and how freaked out everybody should be right now, it's down here. It really is. It really is just barely on screen right now. And, you know, the fact that we have the ability to print money makes it okay. I mean, think about this. This is the drunk with a credit line. Hey, I've got checks. I can write checks. They can write checks. They can print money too. So Australia is absolutely an economic nightmare that's going to come to New Zealand, to Canada, and then to the States. Also, the UK is going to get wiped out in there. I just don't know when they're going to have this happen because it's worldwide and it's global. And, you know, people don't want to admit that there is this impending doom. Everything's okay, Dan. You're the problem, Dan. You try to get people to tell us there's a crash. Where's the crash, Dan? Where's the crash you talked about? If you guys are not ready for this, you'll never be ready for this. You can be a gloom and doomer. You can be the guy. I had a guy write me, I have over $1 million in my bank, and I sat down with them, and they know who you are, and they laughed about this. Okay, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot if you have $1 million in one account that's not protected. That's on you. You know, Michelle, woman sold her house and put $1.25 million and 250 grand a whack in different places. Interest, the little tiny chunk that she gets of interest, she takes out and moves it from bank to bank to bank. Oh, guess what, guys? Mom yoga. So, you have to be ready for this stuff, guys. You have to look at this. I'm going to talk to you a little bit later. There's another cyber attack that we got. Here it is. We're about to hit October. And the one thing I'm always talking to people about is a side hustle. Okay? This woman packed them in every week. I think they spend $30 to be here now. Okay? Last time I checked, the park was free. So it makes a killing doing this, okay? And they line up and they fight and they run down with their mats to do this. What are you gonna do? You know, October, one thing that we had last year here in Orange County that was absolutely huge was a guy took his car wash and turned it into a haunted car wash and charged $10 a car. He'll wash your car. Oh, yeah, no, it was $30 a car, and they'd wash the car. There was 3 of us. So it was $10 a piece. But think about that, $30, they washed the car and they scared the heck out of you. And that was amazing, guys. That was absolutely, you know, brilliant to do that. And the guy just made cash, hand over fist. He would sell out every night. And that's what, you need to be innovative right now. You need to think of ways to make money, because these banks, and if you think that we're not going to be told everything's going to be okay, it's all going to be okay, over and over and over and over again, you are kidding yourself. Absolutely kidding yourself, because this time with the real estate, you're going to see assets of all types drop in value. You're going to see precious metals drop in value first. I bought silver yesterday and got a smoking deal. I thought I got a smoking deal 2 weeks ago when I talked to you guys about this. Got a better deal yesterday. And again, do they have it physically that you can buy it? Bought some 10-ounce bars, bought some eagles, bought some junk silver, which is silver that's 1964, coins that are 1964 and older have 90% silver in them, and they put a value on those. You just store them and you just hold them. So, you have to have a safe place for this stuff. There was a private vault in Beverly Hills that got raided 2 years ago by the FBI because they were looking for something from someone. But they took everything, pried open all the private vaults, and took everything out of those private vaults. And what was interesting about that was it took a class action lawsuit of 400 people to finally start to get to the gist of this and as to what they took out of those vaults. People had cash. There was millions of dollars in cash that people had hidden in there, millions of dollars in precious metals, diamonds, wills, insurance policies, business documents too, but the FBI just to clean this thing out. So again, did they have the right to do that? They were looking for something, but they found people's nefarious activities, as they admitted that's what they were looking for. And again, not for John Smith, but just what they were looking for. So be careful where you put your valuables, have a safe place, and take this seriously, guys, because I'm telling you, when a central bank goes bust, what else is there, guys? What do we have? Jerome Powell right now and the Fed right now is so behind the curve. And Janet Yellen can sit there and tell us how, oh, don't worry, there's no problem. We're not in a recession. You guys are kidding yourself. This is so much worse than a recession right now. And yes, there are areas of the economy that are doing well right now. And yes, there are businesses that are doing well right now. But you guys are in a position right now that you need to look at everything, try not to be in debt, try to get rid of things. And if you want something, if there's an asset that you want, a boat, a car, a plane, home improvements, things like that, everything's going to go down in price right now. You're going to see it drop substantially over the course of starting with the next few months to where things will go on fire sale. And we're already starting to see golf carts and motorcycles and Sea-Doos and, extracurricular activities that, components to all of that go on sale. Cars especially, I'm telling you, the auto auctions right now are not selling. The auto auctions, when you had people over the summer or springtime and summertime, when things were skyrocketing, they were getting as much money as they could for these cars and paying people as much money as they could. Crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy, because now those cars are not selling. And because of the subprime lending, people go out and borrow money. And based on their credit, they're given a loan. And some people's credit's better than others. And again, people get desperate. People need a car, a truck for work, whatever. And okay, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make this payment. And then something happens. Life gets in the way, and people don't realize that things go wrong. People get sick. People lose their job. People lose contracts. Business changes, and then they can't make money. And people are absolutely amazed by that. And talking to some of these little contractors that are out there that can't figure out why they can't sell anything right now. They're running 10, 15 leads, and homeowners are not buying right now because they don't have any sales ability. And before, all you needed was the pickup truck. And, oh yeah, we want this done right now. We'll pay you for it. Okay, this is what I'll do it for. And they were giving stuff away, and they didn't put any money away, and they were just basically trading dollars. And now they can't sell anything because they have no sales ability. So look at your business. Look at who you do business with. And again, I get a lot of heat from people when I sit there and say things like, hey, are your suppliers solid? Do you have money? You know, all this stuff that I tell people to have for a reserve for a company, and not to spend any additional money right now, because I am telling you, we're going to have a very, very bleak Thanksgiving. We're going to have a very, very bleak Christmas. Remember last year, it was the most expensive Thanksgiving on record in history, was last year. And people scoffed at that. And then after that, we had Christmas, where we had heard from people where they said, listen, we're not going to participate in Christmas this year. We're just giving it up. And again, I'm one of these people. It's not the value of the gift. It's not what people buy you. It's not the dollar amount. It's the thoughtfulness of the gift. I'm telling you, you give somebody something that somebody wants. Inexpensive, but thoughtful, that means more to them. That's what they're going to save and remember over anything else. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because there's more to cover. And, you know, this right now, we're being told everything's okay. It's a stock market collapse that's happening right in front of us. And get yourself some solid advice. I am not a financial advisor, and I'm not giving you financial advice. You need to talk to somebody. And you need to talk to somebody who's been through it, preferably somebody who's been through the dot-com boom and 2008, so that they can give you some solid advice as where it's going to go. Now, there are guys out there like Bob Kudla that I absolutely love that sit there, and whether the market, it could go up, down, sideways, he's going to make money with his recommendations and where the market trends are going to go. Again, but are you in that position that you can risk things and trade things? Where are you at? And if you're just going to sit there and wait for your pension to be there, pensions are getting wiped out. Australia, that's the biggest problem with this bank going down, is that the pensions are going down. And you've got people 65, 75, 80 years old that don't have the ability to work anymore right now. What are they going to do? Nothing. You know, they thought they could sit there on a beach and do nothing, and now they can't because of this. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. One thing that we've talked a lot about lately is the vulnerability with municipalities, banks, and different organizations, even individual companies, hospitals, with these cyber attacks. And Suffolk County in New York is a complete mess. Their ransomware attack on the county is not anywhere close to being resolved right now. And think about this, there is no court. The police station is having to write notes to get to dispatchers to go over the air so that they can tell if it's an emergency, if it's something that needs to be worked on as a police call or not. Guys, that's the end of days, guys. That is bank robberies and crime at an epic level in a very expensive area that, you know, they're 2 hours away from you at best. So all these different people that have reached out to me with this, there's been TikTok, there's been a bunch of things. You can take a look at the video below and I'll share all that. But what's crazy right now is Catherine out of Australia, her bank had a ransomware attack and had a cyber attack, and they took all this information from all the depositors. Now, I am so grateful for this one because she sent me the email that Optus Bank sent. Now, if this doesn't scare you, nothing will. Nothing will make you concerned about it, because Optus Bank gets hit with a cyber attack and they stole everything. They stole names, they stole birth dates, they stole the numbers that you used to apply for the account. Your social security number, your driver's license number, the number on your passport. They have everything on these people, guys. But hey, don't worry, the online banking is safe and the website's safe right now. But look at this letter. I'll move to the side so you can take a look at this thing. This is awful, guys. But again, thank you, Catherine, so much for sending me this. This is absolutely amazing. And, you know, I am sorry that she has to go through this, but what do you do? Where do you make where do you decide if this is something you're going to continue dealing with this place? And what are they going to do? Well, they'll let them sign up for credit monitoring. Think about this. Suffolk County, they're going to offer free credit monitoring services for people as well. How about get a lawyer? See, that's the thing. go out and sue somebody. Go out and, as a class action, sue these people. You know, Optus Bank, I don't know how it is in Australia, but here in the States, you need to level these people. These people need to be floored because the IT department was lax, and to say the least. But they let all this personal information, and read that letter. That letter's not, hey, they only got your name. You know, they got where these people live. They got everything, enough to apply for credit in these people's names. How bad is that? Thousands of them, thousands and thousands of them. But hey, we'll give you credit monitoring. No. Things like this get so bad. I have a business that I go to, and they register cars. They have a mini mart there, things like that. Anyways, I hopped in the store and came back out, and the owner of the store saw that I left my wallet in the front seat. The car was locked, and he said, I have to tell you, here, in front of his own business, about a year and a half ago, he said they broke the window, took the wallet, and a jacket and some other stuff. He didn't think much about it, but then they started applying for credit cards. So don't be Dan, don't be stupid, don't leave your car, your wallet, because you're just going to be in there for a minute. You have to protect yourself, guys, right now. This is so bad right now, and this is the beginning to this. These thieves are going to get desperate, more brazen, and because these municipalities are, the elitists that don't get it, that they don't care about us, and Suffolk County will have decades of litigation as a result of this debacle, that they're finally admitting that this happened. It finally made CBS News, and finally, they finally admitted how bad this was, and they're not even close to getting this thing resolved. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because this is the beginning of it, guys. This is where the thieves get more brazen, the thieves get smarter, and they don't want to steal one person's wallet and get one person. They want to get 50,000 of these people, so then they can unload it for 75 grand to somebody. That's what they want. They want something like that. And you guys have to understand that's the marketplace that we're in right now. It's that bleak and it's that bad. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. First thing, Switzerland. Switzerland is contemplating fining and jailing people if they set the thermostat too high. Think about this. If the thermostat goes beyond 16 Celsius, which is 66 degrees, to heat and cool your home, you could be fined. We've talked about this before, but now they want to arrest people. And this applies to residential and businesses. Be great to work in the factory and have it be freezing like that. Anyways, it's ridiculous. People should be able to heat and cool their homes the way they want. Now, last time I talked about this, it's 60 Celsius to heat water, which is 140 degrees, which still is hot, but it's not super hot. So Switzerland is convinced that they're going to be rationing natural gas in short order, and this is going to create nothing but problems with Switzerland and with their citizenry. So, guys, look at what we're living through. Look at this right now. Nothing is real. It's crazy right now. We're being told that everything's okay and there's nothing to worry about. You've got central banks completely upside down, raising interest rates, killing the real estate industry, and so many other businesses right now. Autos are going to be done. Every asset class is going to take a hit right now. And, if you're ready and if you're interested in buying something right now, you're going to get a tremendous deal, but get yourself ready. Here's the other thing, talking about auto loans. You used to be able to go to places and say, hey, my wife and I are going to look for a car. We'd like to get approved. Okay, you're approved for 40 grand and the loan is good for 60 days. I've heard that's been dropping to 30 days, 21 days. How about 7 days? You have 7 days to find the loan because we can't lock in the rate longer than that. 7 days to go find your car. So, it's a different world right now. Now, final story. Would this interest you? Because it wouldn't interest me. Here you got a beautiful area like this, and then you go, an hour and a half and you're in a desert. They're building a moon hotel in Dubai for $5 billion. $5 billion. Okay, it's going to replicate space. And they think that they can get 10 million visitors a year. That would be the biggest recreational place on the planet Earth if they did that. But that's what they're selling the investors. But $5 billion to build something that replicates the moon and is a high-end hotel and would have all the high-end amenities that you have at these resorts like that. Okay, and then it's going to give you the moon experience. I just keep thinking of dirt and moon rocks and that stuff. Does that make any sense to you guys? You guys sit there and go, wow, I want to go visit the moon. So there's always money out there, people. There's always people that will throw money at investments and things like that, whether they're loony or not. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Get ready. Get ready. Because banking is going to change. Banking is getting hacked. Banking is having all these different problems with this, and you're supposed to just live through this like it's no big deal. So don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have an email list that you can sign up for. And if you want more exclusive content, there's Patreon. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. Have a great day.